Hey Cougs, my name is AJ Russ and you're watching In the Game, where I'll be discussing some of the hottest news in the world of sports. The 2022 NFL season came to an epic finish in Super Bowl 57 between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. This matchup marked the first time in NFL history that two black starting quarterbacks played in the Super Bowl, with the Chiefs' Patrick Mahomes and the Eagles' Jalen Hurts. The game was entertaining all around, consisting of elite quarterback play, big plays, and entertaining halftime show, but Kansas City would outlast Philadelphia, winning the game 38-35. In the fourth quarter, the game down to a controversial penalty in the red zone when Eagles cornerback James Bradbury was called for defensive holding on the Chiefs wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster, which eventually led to the game-winning field goal by Harrison Butker, securing the Kansas City win. There has been a lot of chatter recently about where Patrick Mahomes should be placed in terms of all-time great quarterbacks, and with him winning another regular season MVP and an additional Super Bowl MVP, he is on his way to chasing ghosts. Despite spraining his ankle 3 weeks ago in the AFC division round, Mahomes seemed as if he had some sort of healing factor on his playoff run. He was able to consistently extend plays, remain mobile in the pocket, and even had 44 rushing yards in the Super Bowl on a hobbled leg. 2 MVPs, 2 championships, and 2 Super Bowl MVPs. One can make the argument that Mahomes has already had a Hall of Fame career in his 6 seasons at the age of 27 years old. His tremendous ability of improvising plays, creating for others, and having a deep bag of tricks may have Mahomes already solidified as the most talented quarterback in NFL history, on his way to trying to become the greatest of all time. Moving on to the NBA, we must talk about arguably the most chaotic NBA trade deadline of all time, where we saw players such as Kyrie Irving, Russell Westbrook, and Kevin Durant traded. The first major domino took place when Kyrie requested a trade from the Brooklyn Nets, and then being traded on February 5th to the Dallas Mavericks to form an elite backcourt with Mavs superstar Luka Doncic. Transitioning to another Western Conference team, the Los Angeles Lakers traded guard Russell Westbrook to the Utah Jazz fresh off a couple of days after LeBron James passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in points to become the NBA's all-time leading scorer. In this deal, the Lakers did a 3-team trade with the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Utah Jazz, where the Lakers received their former 2015 second overall draft pick D'Angelo Russell back in the purple and gold, along with players such as Malik Beasley and Jared Vanderbilt. Other players involved in the deal was Mike Conley, who was traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves, where he's reconciled with their former Utah Jazz player and current Timberwolves center, Rudy Gobert. With Russell Westbrook being bought out from the Utah Jazz and becoming a free agent, it is interesting to see where Westbrook's game will go. The 2017 NBA MVP has never been a great shooter or even the best decision maker on the floor. Despite that, though, he obviously has a lot left in the tank, and he can help impact the team at this stage of his career in a lesser role. Finally, the Kevin Durant trade to the Phoenix Suns has the potential to shift the balance of power in the league. The Suns made a deal with the Brooklyn Nets to receive the 12-time All-Star, which unanimously makes them the favorites to win the NBA championship on paper. On paper does not stack up to comparison to going out on the court with your teammates and developing a sense of chemistry and camaraderie. We saw that dysfunction take place in Brooklyn, but in Phoenix, they have the potential to control the narrative. Chris Paul, a floor general and a leader, Devin Booker, one of the best scorers in the league, and DeAndre Ayton, one of the better big men in the NBA, helps put Phoenix on another level. Adding Kevin Durant to this makes not only a huge shift, but also a direct warning to the rest of the NBA, showing teams like the Boston Celtics that there's a new Phoenix team with reinforcements. Now for more on LeBron passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, here's our reporter Christin Campbell.
Thank you, AJ. Hey there, Cougs. It's Christin Campbell here to fill you in on all the latest. LeBron James just made history. The Los Angeles Lakers star forward recently broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time scoring record, taking it from 38,387 to 38,388. Abdul-Jabbar broke the record April 5, 1984, to take the record previously held by Will Chamberlain. At one point, this record seemed impossible to break, but James seemed to do it with ease and, of course, some hard work. The entire arena went silent with phones ready to capture the historic moment. James broke the record in the third quarter against the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 2-point fadeaway shot, and the crowd went wild. The game stopped for about 10 minutes to allow James to bask in this moment with all his friends and family that were present to celebrate the moment. Many believe that LeBron couldn't have capitalized on his 20th season any better than this. However, James doesn't plan on slowing down anytime soon, as he hopes to play with his oldest son, Bronny James, in the future. A debate that has never seemed to end has come back to the surface. Who is the GOAT now? LeBron James or Michael Jordan? This has been Christin Campbell. Back to you, AJ.
Thank you, Christin. That's all we have for y'all today. Thank you for watching another episode of In the Game. I'm your host, AJ Russ, and we will see you next time.